So far we have created a grid for the snake. So in this video we are going to be focusing on creating a snake itself, but we will not create the whole snake. We will try to create it in this video, but we'll first focus on creating a snake head so that it can move across the grid. So let's just work on that. So we will have a let me remove this. So we will have a variable so that we can store our current position of the snake head. So we will create a variable called snake position, and we'll just give it a random number for now. Let's say 133, let's say. Okay, so we have to draw the snake also on the screen. So let's just grab the, first of all we also have to give all these divs an ID as well so that we can grab that easily. So what we will do is, in order to get we will set the attribute of ID equals to the index. So we will say cell.set attribute. We want to set an attribute of ID, and it will be index, which is I right now. So all the divs are gonna have an ID from 0 to 400. So let's just check it out. You can see that they all have an ID, so it's now they're easier to grab individually. So okay, so let's try adding on a class list, add this div so that we can see our snake's head. So what I'll do is I'll get that div at the position 133. So let's get it. Document dot get element by ID, and ID is going to be snake position dot, let's just okay, dot class list dot add. We're gonna have a class list of snake. Okay, sorry, it was hanging. So we're not gonna see anything right now because we don't have a class load. So we're gonna define it in our style CSS. So let's just add a class list of snake. So our snake is going to be having a background of blue. So we will see it right here. Okay, so we can see our snake now. So if we move the snake position, you will see that the snake will actually move. So let's try doing it. Let's say 134. It moved. 135. So by this logic, we can easily move our snake on all the axes. So we're going to be adding our listener on the body so that we can move the snake. So let's do that. So we're gonna have a function, let's call it event handler, and it's going to be an arrow function, and inside here we're going to have an event. So we're going to say document dot add event listener, and we're going to listen for a key down, and it's going to call our event handler. Actually, we need this outside of this function. Okay, so this is going to call this function. So we're going to have our switch statement inside the event handler function, which is going to take an event, and the switch is going to be checking if event.key property. So we're going to have some cases here. So if the event is arrow up, we're going to do something, and let's just copy this. We're going to have for an event arrow down, left, and right. So let's check if our event is working or not. Firstly, so we will just console.log in here. Let's say console.log e, and let's see what do we get. So we do get, like, whenever a key is pressed, we get the key as shown here, so that's good. And we get a key code, character code, and the key as well. So if I press the up key, you'll see I'll get an arrow up, and similarly right, left, bottom, sorry, down. So we can use these keys to move our snake. So for the arrow up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go 20 divs back, so it will create a illusion of going upwards. And for the down, we're gonna go 20 divs down, and for left just -1, and for right +1. Okay, so for up we're gonna say snake position plus equals 1, sorry, plus equals 20, minus equals 20. And for down we're gonna say plus equals 20. For the left we're gonna just increase by 1, plus equals 1. And for the right, sorry, it's left, so we have to decrement by 1. And for right we're gonna say just add 1. Snake position. So now we will not see anything because we haven't been drawing our snake, because the positions has been changing, but we are not drawing it. So what we need to do is we just have to first we have to clear the old snake. So we will say document dot get element by id at snake position dot class list dot remove. We're going to remove the class list of snake, so that we clear the old snakes. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw the snake in here also, so that it creates an illusion of moving. So we will say dot class list dot add snake. So now we will try to see if it works or not. Yes, it's working. So that's it for this video, and see you in the next one.